so you'll be notified with do my skin. Hi guys. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I am your young looking mom Lou. I am a Filipina currently working here in United Kingdom in a financial company, but taking the risk with my passion in content creation, UGC, and my love for speaking and sharing more about life, and would love to share some of my life realizations and outline what broke me and what made me become of who I am today as a child, as a woman, as a friend, and most definitely as a parent. And so today we're gonna talk about my top 5 life realizations as a 35-year-old solo mom as I do my skincare that may fit you, or maybe you can try as well. But before we start, I hope you can show me some love by welcoming me and clicking that subscribe button and also that classy bell so you'll be notified more of my upcoming videos. And so if you want to hear more about this video and see how I do my skincare, then keep on watching. And just a little disclaimer, you may or may not agree to some, but I would love to hear your thoughts. Let's grow and glow together by just leaving your comments down below. Now, let's get into it. So first, I always start with my glow toner. It's the Charlotte Tilbury. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah. This is how it looks like. And I just put it in my hand, like about 3 drops. Just put it in my face, directly in my face, and to my neck. And massage my forehead, my eyes. And after my toner, I also put a moisturizing cream from Charlotte Tilbury as well. I'm really so addicted with Charlotte Tilbury nowadays, especially when I moved here in United Kingdom. My skin is very dry to oily. I'm the dry to oily type of girly skin. So every day I try to double moisturize my skin. Given the weather here in United Kingdom is medyo hindi mo siya maintindihan. Sometimes the weather is just right, sometimes it's too cold. And I'm just new here. I'm going to be 1 year here next month. So my skin and body is still adjusting. But look at that glow in my face. I just love how it looks. Next will be our eye cream. Just got this in Amazon, so we need to squeeze out. Just put something in our eyes and just massage it. Okay, and let it stay for about 20 to 30 seconds. While we wait for our eye cream to dry, let's get into our number 1 life realization. Number 1 is it's okay to be lost. As the saying goes, to be lost is to learn the way. But don't get me wrong, to be lost is scary, and to be lost can make you disoriented, weak, and frustrated. But that is the crucial catalyst of growth. So let's say, for example, my childhood experience, yung parang nasa mall kayo ng parents mo, tapos bigla kang mawawala. Or bigla silang mawawala, hindi mo na sila makikita. So, when I was a kid, when I got lost in the mall, parang ano bang una mong gagawin? Are you going to let yourself be stuck in that place, or will you be asking help? So same goes with the saying na to be lost is to learn the way. You are learning in that point when you got lost and you lost your parents in the mall. So the thing that you are learning is you are able to communicate with other people and ask for help. That's why I believe that being lost is a very crucial catalyst of growth and learning. And I know it will be scary if you let yourself stay lost and be stuck with where you are. So before I move forward, I'm using Dalba for my mist spray. Normally, I am doing like a gua sha at least 3 times a week. Right, going back, it is scary if you let yourself stay lost and be stuck where you are or with where you are. Takot kang mag-ask ng help to other people. So embracing really the unknown can be ultimately rewarding. Same goes to being a parent. And with my personal experience, I got pregnant at 17. And to tell you, that's really a very young age. And gave birth in the age of 17 going to 18 years old. So, sipin mo, I was first year in college that time. And I'm so thankful and grateful that I do have my parents and especially my mom who was there. I felt lost as well with that young age, with so many heartbreaks, wrong decisions, and always thinking that I am not good enough. But you see, being lost will make you explore alternative routes and discover new ways of reaching your destination. And we get to learn that our weaknesses can be our future strengths. Siguro this is the lesson that I have recently learned. Parang na-share sa akin ng sister-in-law ko. Hi, Ate Ada. If you're watching, I hope you can like and subscribe. As well as my niece, si Ate Dan or si Daniel. And Ate Ada told me that sufferings produces endurance. Endurance produces character, and character produces hope. So, yung weaknesses natin every time we are suffering or we are in trouble, it produces endurance. And once we endure something, we are strengthened and we are able to build character. And one of the characters really that we are trying to build is we are always hopeful, and that we are thinking that we can do better and that tomorrow is another day to do better. So after I do my gua sha, before we proceed with our top 2 or number 2 life realization, like what I've said earlier, I am always double moisturizing my face. So the next moisturizer that we're using is Pond's. Meron akong ginagamit sa Philippines na serum, which is hindi ko siya mahanap dito sa UK. Ito yung close na nahanap ko here in the UK na medyo hiyang yung face ko. Without putting anything, just our moisturizers, toner, and our Dalba spray serum. Now let's move forward with our number 2 life realization. Number 2, stop living in the past. So by the way, I'm using Aura Note. I just got this in Amazon. It's giving like color, natural color and life to your face. So number 2 is stop living in the past. It's not actually who you were, but who you have become or who you will be becoming. I know if not all or if not most, but some people may look at me based on my past mistakes and past. And it's really hard living in that kind of phase. It's really struggling to move forward kung ganun yung environment mo. But to tell you, if people around you can't live in the present you, then maybe they don't really belong in your new chapter or in the new chapter in your life. And if they cannot turn the page on you, sino pa bang tutulong sa sarili mo kung hindi sarili mo? So you have the choice to turn that page, live your life in that new chapter, and leave everything behind. Kung sino man yung mga taong maybe just looking at you based on your past mistakes and looking at you na parang wala ka ng chance magbago, or maybe nantay nilang mag-fail ka kasi wala naman silang hope sa'yo, or parang hindi sila naniniwala na you can actually change. So if they can't turn their page on you, then you just have to do that for yourself and just leave the things that is holding you to grow. You don't really have to be in the same page with them, and you just have to believe that you can make your story more beautiful by learning from your mistakes and not dwelling on it. Naniniwala kasi ako na as humans, we are continually evolving, and our mistakes is not really the end definition of you. It is something that will shape you of who you will ultimately become. Pero syempre, doing the same mistakes is na result of staying and living in the past, kasi in-entertain mo yung yung iniisip ng tao sa'yo, kaya parang you don't really mind changing anymore. Okay, sige, ganito na ako. Or losing hope in yourself. So you don't really need to neglect on turning your page, because we have a very beautiful book given by God to write a nice story and testimony in our life. And to be honest guys, you'll never really know, meron kang mga taong na-inspire or someone who is struggling the same struggles as what you're having or experiencing. And really, madalas family yung parang number one who will put you down, but strangers are the ones who will be supporting you more and looking the good side and the good things in you. So don't lose hope, kasi there are people that you might be able to touch their lives or be able to help them. And meron akong nabasa about the movie Batman. Meron siyang sinabi na it is not who you are underneath, but what you do that defines you. So, dun sa sinabi ni Batman, diba, parang your actions or yung probably life choices mo is going to be the end definition of yourself. So, as what I've said earlier, na humans continually evolve. So, don't lose hope with yourself. If people around you are losing hope in you, wag mo nang ipagdamot yun sa sarili mo, and just tap yourself at the back and appreciate your small wins. Because how will you be able to appreciate big wins if yung smaller wins mo, hindi mo siya na-appreciate? So you have to start with small things before you can appreciate bigger things. And you actually have the will to turn your page and write a better version of your new chapter. Besides, who wouldn't want to be a better version of themselves? Tapos na tayo sa skincare. Yun lang yung skincare ko. Going back, we'll go to our number 3 life realization, which is never hurry. Never hurry, i-relate ko na lang siya dun sa kanta ng mga blooms dyan, ng Beanie. Beanie is a P-pop girl band in the Philippines. And sabi nga, ang buhay ay hindi karera. So life is not really a race. And sometimes being in a hurry results to indecisiveness. And I can really attest to that. So indecisiveness results to bad decision making and not thinking about whatever consequences that might happen. And career consequences are sometimes starting from square one. But don't get me wrong, starting over again or starting from square one is okay. It's okay to start in whatever stages in our life. And starting over means you've learned to absorb things patiently and calmly, which result to not hurrying and just trusting. So let me give you an example. Come to think of how nature grows at its own pace. Each plants evolve in different seasons, and on my personal experience, I am so grateful to experience and to see how trees shed off when it's fall and how they slowly grow back when it's spring and blooms beautifully in summer. Because in the Philippines, we only have 2 seasons, and that is wet and dry. And ang dami kong realization from the moment that I came here. Kasi yun nga, I am able to appreciate those simple things like appreciating the nature on how they just adapt to whatever events and changes in every season, which is fall, winter, spring, and summer. And nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Sometimes bigger things need great strength, endurance, mindfulness, and patience. If people around you have achieved greater things at a young age, then clap for them, appreciate them. And maybe you can try to learn from them what was the formula that you've been missing or you haven't been doing to get where you want to be. So don't let envy eat your mind and try to pressure yourself that will result your mind to hinder your progress. So forcing things to happen can actually impede your progress. And just like nature, it doesn't rush or change the course of events. It allows things to evolve voluntarily or naturally. We don't need to understand things quickly and just keep on intervening or force the results. Which leads me with number 4, life realization, is trust and believe God. So, ito yung isa sa pinakamahirap na natutunan ko sa buhay. And I would always tell myself that God made me for a reason and God will always put you where you should be. We may always fall to bad choices, forcing ourselves on redirecting the path based on what we want. But just like Jonah, if you know yung story ni Jonah, who ran away from his purpose and dahil in-appoint siya ni God na pumunta dun sa land of Nineveh to spread His words. Pero dahil nga yung mga people in Nineveh doesn't really believe in God, he's really so scared. Parang sabi niya, Lord, bakit ako pa yung papupuntahin mo dun? So, what God has planned for you, no man can ever kayang pigilan yun to happen. Kasi like Jonah, kahit takbuhan niya yung purpose niya or yung role na inappoint ni God sa kanya, God made a way. So, pinakain siya sa big fish and ang nangyari is niluwa siya dun sa land of Nineveh. Kasi yun yung inappoint ni Lord sa kanya. So, always just trust and believe God na if we stop obeying Him or if we will not really obey Him or follow kung ano man yung plans niya for us, He will always make a way to redirect us to the right path na plano niya para sa atin. Because God's plan for us is to prosper. Sabi nga sa Jeremiah 29:11, I have plans to prosper you and give you hope. And to be honest, me at first, I'm really scared to be a single mom. Like, here I am again in a situation where I feel weak, questioning myself of so many things. But yes, I cannot do anything or I cannot do all things. I am weak, indecisive, vulnerable, and lost. But God put me in a place that's so foreign to me and full of the unknown. And as a solo mom, I'm really used to, I am the one navigating on things on my own. And I found myself nowhere to go but to Him. It is so hard up to now And I am still in the work of progress, relying and just trusting in Him in everything and not dwelling on my own understanding or even my own human flesh. God will really change your heart in a place where you will meet Him. I know hindi tayo lahat pare-parehas ng belief or anything, pero at one point in our time, you will definitely meet God sa point na mag-isa mo lang. And maybe that's part of my experience. I really met Him in an open room where I just have to kneel down and just be humble to Him and tell Him, Lord, hindi ko na kaya to. Hindi ko to kaya. I am weak. So it's really hard to navigate life with our own understanding. But anyway, I will tell more about it probably in my next episodes in my channel. And so if you've reached this part and still watching, please hit the thumbs up and share to whoever you think is struggling the same situation that you think may help them to keep moving forward, and that being a single mom is a role na hindi natin akalain nakakayanin natin, but with someone who is a single mom of 4, I can tell you na just trust and believe God, and you will be able to surpass each and every day whatever struggles that you have, especially yung pagpapalaki ng my teenager. Most definitely, I will put that in my next episode. So I hope you'll put a thumbs up in there and be able to share this to people who are the same moms out there, or ladies na pwede nating maturuan in decision making, probably, especially mga teenagers nowadays and so forth. And so we are now down to our last life realization, which is number 5. So our number 5 is never forget to enjoy and stop thinking that you don't deserve it. So laging meron kasing notion, especially sa mga Filipinos, I'm not really so sure why, is yung parang, tignan mo siya, nag-e-enjoy lang siya, nasa ibang bansa siya, kung saan siya pupunta, or even in the Philippines, simply na parang you and your family keep on traveling every weekend or going to places every weekend. Me, I really value memories over material things with my kids. I would really love to let them experience different side of the country or different side of the cities we have in the Philippines or in the world itself. Kasi yung memories na yun yung possible na ma-share nila also with their future families, with their future kids. And yun yung matatatak sa kanila once you're gone. Kasi material things fade, material things na nanakaw yan, nawawala yan, nasisira yan. But memories last. So, mas important talaga sa akin yung tinatravel ko sila, nilalabas ko sila, or letting them experience ng, for example, painting, picnic outside, mga simple things na ganun. And one thing na na-experience din ng family namin na ginagawa namin na yearly like tradition is feeding yung mga children, mga rural areas na very poor. So we go to a place in Manawag and we always do feeding as a family. So at least na-experience nila yun na parang they can pass it on in their future families as well. And mas ma-appreciate nila yung buhay na I'm so lucky to be able to eat yung masasarap na food. And actually, sometimes as a solo parent, we tend to work too much and overthink about our kids' future. Kasi syempre, yan yung lagi nating iniisip na kailangan natin sila mabigyan ng great future or paano yung pag-aaral nila. But always live one day at a time. Parang sa never hurry nga. You need to take one step at a time. And life is a gift and you should enjoy it and bask in every moment you are in. To be honest, I am an overthinker. So one thing na trinay kong baguhin this year 2025 is to always write my thoughts as an overthinker, I write down my thoughts or maybe I say it loud if I'm alone. And yung na-practice ko this year, 2025, is before I do my devotion, I am writing the things that I am grateful for. So the things that I am grateful for from yesterday or simply just by waking up. So I write it down and say my prayer, and parang mas naging lighter yung feeling nun. At some days, I am able to live one day at a time or take one step at a time. But I'm not really perfect. Mas ma-appreciate mo kasi yung buhay if you have really a grateful life. I actually once read like gratitude allows you to love the life that you have now. Kasi minsan, lagi tayong comparing or pressuring ourselves na nakakalimutan na natin to enjoy life. And really guys, how can you actually enjoy tomorrow if you can't live in it today? Diba? And how would you really want yourself to be remembered anyway? I hope you really enjoyed this video as much as I have enjoyed it. This is my first time doing YouTube, and hopefully I can share more about life as a single mom working here abroad. And I would really love to hear your thoughts on what are the videos that you would want to see in my channel. And I really enjoyed this. This is my first time, so I'm really so sorry if I've messed up a little. And to all women, young ladies, teenagers, men, and everyone out there, I hope I was able to inspire and motivate you that you just have to keep going, and life is really not easy. It is a fallen world, and that's why you just have to make a difference. Always be kind and always show love to others, because you'll never know who you might be touching. Thank you so much. And once again, this is your young looking mom, Lou, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.